I was talking to Coach Ferentz about this and just saying this collective seems to fit Iowa. And by that, I mean, probably not going to see a guy from Iowa like sitting in a Lamborghini,
right.
Or, this seems like, and does that make sense to want to do it to fit what your culture is?
Absolutely. And my favorite part is just that, there's the charity work, and there's also the side piece, the not nonprofit, the for-profit part.
Right.
But also just every guy, every scholarship guy receiving the same amount of money, to me, fits our program a lot. And I believe, I'm not perfectly sure on the details, but I believe there's going to be a lot of opportunity for walk-ons as well, which for me, that fits our culture perfectly. It would be great if, we're making however much money that some other guys are, but I don't think for most of the guys on this team that's as important as, just making sure that everyone's kind of getting the same, everyone's, there's no disagreements or like animosity that can, that'll grow because of, oh, this guy's getting this much more, I'm better than him, stuff like that. So I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be really good for our program. And we're obviously just very grateful for everything that ends up happening because, it's certainly not required, and people are generous, and it's really nice.
What's this like to go through, man? I mean, I was talking to Connor McCaffrey, and he's like, Spencer and I and other guys that are our age, unlike the freshmen, you guys grew up with this is kind of different for you.
Totally
Think
different.
about getting paid for playing college sports.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I think I've talked to a lot of guys in the locker room, and like just, I think it'll be, in 5 to 10 years, it'll probably be a lot less crazy than it is now, just because we're going through the transitional period, like you mentioned. It's definitely weird. I mean, like 5 years ago, if you had told me I'd be standing at like a press conference for a collective, I would have no idea what that even meant, and I think you're crazy. So it's definitely it's interesting, and I think it's good for college sports, good for athletes. Because a lot of guys, like, this is the most valuable they're ever going to be in their life. And a lot of guys they can definitely use the money, whether it be for their family or paying for rent, whatever it may be. Like, this is a good thing for college sports, I think. I'm excited for when it kind of gets a little less crazy, a little less lopsided in some ways. And once it does, I think it'll absolutely be a positive.